Alright, so you can probably hear the heat running in the background. That's because it's freezing outside. Anyway, I skipped yesterday, which I shouldn't have. It was the Sunday before Thanksgiving. I had things to do. Not in a great mood anyway, so skipped it. But that puts me even further behind. So, my goal now, I need 3,100 today. Well, no, amendment. I would need 3,100 for the rest of the month. We're not going to do that. What we are going to do instead is we're going to go out of our way to catch up today. I wrote, I was having an issue. Well, I wrote what I had planned for the initial scene of the chapter to be. And as I'm writing it, I'm realizing you can't start this chapter this way. This is abrupt. There's no fluid transition between this scene and the previous. And there's nothing normally inherently wrong with that. It's just that in this instance, it's much too glaring a jump. There needs to be a bit more of a smooth transition after everything the characters went through in the previous chapter. Get like a little bit more fallout of that in there before moving on to other things. And I still might want to tweak some things in the scene anyway. But beyond that, I am going to go ahead and add in. I normally never ever do this. I always write linearly. I know maybe not most people, but at least a lot of people don't. A lot of people enjoy or even work best jumping around a bunch. Write things they're most interested in, write things as they come to them, and, you know, fill in the gaps. That doesn't work for me. I'm writing to an outline. I have to do it step by step, or else it turns into a big mess of just things being fully all over the place. And so going back before a scene that I've already written and adding in something else is not something I enjoy doing, but in this case, I do think it definitely needs to be done. I could add in what I'm trying to add in after what I've already written, but no. That would mostly defeat the point of including it. And then we go from there. Oh, and I'm going to set a daily goal of, let's see. I'm going to set a daily goal of 5,000 today. Scene 1. Write this shit down. I might have just answered a question I've had lingering of when something was going to happen in the future. Let me double check my outline for the sequel, because I had mostly decided that the event I'm thinking of was going to have to be pushed back to the sequel, because there wasn't any room for it in this story, and I could do interesting things potentially in the future if I revealed it later. But what if that's not true? What if it fits here? So I'm going to double check my outline. Okay, see, and I don't think it's in my outline. It is listed currently under dangling plot threads. I never found a good place to stick it. Does that fuck with anything else in the future if I put it here? Most of the cast is going to learn something in the very near future. One group of them are supposed to learn it at the very end of this chapter. One character is supposed to learn it soon, but I haven't decided when specifically. As soon as possible is best. And then this last character was supposed to learn it nebulously sometime. I can have everybody learn it in this chapter, though. I can have the first scene be the reveal for these two. Combine those two reveal scenes so that they both learn the secret at the same time. And then have everybody else learn it at the very end of the chapter. So the chapter begins and ends on a reveal. But that does definitely complicate the scene. Makes it have to indulge in an emotional space that I was expecting to do the opposite of. So, I don't have to cut anything that I was planning, but it would have to be a transitional kind of thing, from like an attempt at comfort into a pulling back, because the secret that's revealed is pretty awful. Okay. Okay, so that is going to be a much more pivotal scene than I was expecting it to be. I'm not mad. It's a really good idea. It ties things together very well. But I am in a section of the story where so much is happening that needs to be handled with deftness, and that's very tough. So this is daunting. It's a very daunting task. So I guess we just get into it. So I am 29% of the way to 5,000 words. So my new word count for the month is 20,032. And I've been going for an hour, so like not terribly bad. So I'm going to take a break and go eat some lunch, and then I'm going to be back to continue with this scene. I think this scene and scene number 3 should get me through 5,000 words. That's my goal for the day. And I will be more equipped to complete it once I go get some food. So I'll be back very soon.